Build your dreams, live rich, and leave rich.
Welcome to Live Rich and Leave Rich. Now, when we say live rich, we're not talking about fancy cars or extravagant lifestyles. No, live rich means living peacefully. It's about having that sense of dignity, that freedom from the constant nagging worry about money. That right there is the real goal. And today, we're going to dive into the single most important concept that will help you get there. So, let me ask you something right off the bat. Think about your money, your savings, whatever you've put aside. Is it just walking? Taking the same predictable steps on a flat road day in and day out? Or is it rolling down a hill like a snowball, gathering speed and getting bigger all on its own? It sounds simple, but trust me, the answer to that one question pretty much defines your entire financial future. You see, it really comes down to two choices. On one hand, you've got fixed returns. This is what so many people chase because, well, it feels safe, right? It's that illusion of safety, like a nice paved, predictable road. But then, on the other hand, you have something with some serious power, exponential growth. That's our snowball rolling downhill. And getting the difference between these two, that's the absolute first step to making your money finally start working for you instead of the other way around. All right, let's break this down. We're going to stick with this idea of the snowball versus the road. It's really the best way to see the two totally different journeys your money can take. Okay, so first up is simple interest. This is our flat road. It's super straightforward. Imagine you put some money away. With simple interest, you earn a little something only on that original amount you invested. That's it. So what you earn in year 1 is exactly what you'll earn in year 5 and exactly what you'll earn in year 20. It never changes. It's predictable, sure, but as you're about to see, it doesn't really grow. And now for the other side of the coin, compound interest. This is our snowball. Think about it. You start with a tiny snowball, right? As it rolls, it picks up more snow, gets a little bigger, but here's the magic part. The new snow it just picked up, well, that starts picking up its own snow. Suddenly your earnings are creating their own earnings. This idea, interest on interest, this is it. This is where real wealth creation begins. Okay, analogies are great, but the numbers don't lie. Let's look at how your money really grows and see just how big this difference actually is. It's life-changing. All right, let's run a little race. Imagine we take just 10,000 rupees, earning 10% a year, and we let it sit for 30 years. Okay? Path number 1, the flat road of simple interest. Your 10,000 turns into 40,000. I mean, not bad, right? But now look at the snowball. With compound interest, that same 10,000 rupees at the same 10% grows to over 1,74,000. It's not even a competition. Just look at that number. That's an extra 1,34,000 rupees. And where did that come from? You didn't invest a single extra rupee. You didn't find some secret high-return scheme. Nope. That entire difference is purely from letting your money's earnings make more money. That's the power we're tapping into here. So if this compounding thing is so powerful, what's its secret sauce? What's the most critical ingredient? Here's a hint. It's not more money. It's time. Just look at this example. Let's say a young woman, Elisa, starts investing just 1,000 rupees a month when she's 15. By the time she's 60, she could have around 95 lakhs. Pretty incredible, right? But what if she waits? What if she starts at age 30 instead? That final number, it drops all the way down to 22 lakhs. That 15-year delay cost her more than 70 lakh rupees. Time, not money, is your single most valuable asset. Okay, but we have to be honest here. This powerful force, this compounding magic, it's not always your friend. If you don't understand how it works, it can become a silent killer, a destructive force working against you. And knowing about this dark side is absolutely critical to protecting your financial peace and dignity. There's this famous saying that pretty much sums it all up. Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. It's that simple. It's a two-sided coin. You're either on the side that's earning it or you're on the side that's paying it. There really is no in-between. And which side you're on, well, that decides everything. So who's the first enemy? Inflation. Think of it like this. If you're walking on that flat road, inflation is a constant, relentless wind blowing straight in your face. Let's say your money is earning a safe 6%, but the cost of everything, food, rent, education, is also going up by 6%. Are you moving forward? Nope. You're standing still, getting tired. Your money is losing its actual buying power every single day. I mean, just think about what a cup of chai or a plate of idli cost 10 years ago versus today. That's inflation, silently working against you. All right, the second enemy is way more aggressive. We can call it reverse compounding. And this is the engine that powers high-interest debt, especially credit cards. Here's how it gets you. You owe some money, and at the end of the month, they add interest to it. Okay, but next month, they charge you interest not just on what you originally owed, but on the new, bigger amount that includes last month's interest. The snowball is now rolling downhill, but it's rolling towards you, and it's getting bigger and faster every single month. And we are not talking about small numbers here. The typical annual interest rate on many credit cards can be around 45%. Let that sink in, 45%. When you're paying that kind of interest, you're not just losing a little money. You are literally transferring your future wealth, your hard-earned savings, directly to the bank. It is without a doubt the fastest way to destroy your financial peace of mind. Okay, let's make this really concrete with a tale of two investors. They both start with the exact same amount of money. But because they understand things differently, they end up in two profoundly different places. First up, we have our safe saver. Back in the year 2000, he took 10 lakh rupees and put it into fixed deposits. He felt great about it. It was secure, the returns were guaranteed. He was on that safe, predictable, flat road. But here's what happened. Over the next 20 years, the world kept changing. The cost of everything from sending kids to college to just buying groceries, it all went up and up. So while the number in his bank account got a little bigger, what that money could actually buy was getting smaller every single year. Now let's look at our smart grower. He started with the exact same 10 lakh rupees, but instead of the flat road, he chose assets designed for growth, like mutual funds. And here's the absolute key. He reinvested everything. He never took the earnings out. He just let that snowball roll and grow. So after those same 20 years, his investment grew to over 60 lakh rupees. See the difference? He didn't just save his money, he created real wealth, completely crushing inflation along the way. Same money, same time, totally different outcome. So the big question is, how do you make sure you're the smart grower? It's not about being a genius stock picker. It's really about a shift in your mindset. It all boils down to a simple set of rules. Let's call it your compounding constitution. And it's just 3 simple rules. Rule number 1, start early. The sooner you start, the longer the hill you give your snowball to roll down. Rule number 2, do not interrupt it. This is huge. Every time you pull money out, you're shrinking your snowball and setting it back. Patience is the fuel here. And finally, rule number 3, check the frequency. Just know if your money is compounding every year, or every quarter, or every month. Because the more often it compounds, the faster it grows. Honestly, that's it. If you can just follow those 3 rules, you are already ahead of 90% of people out there who are trying to get clever and time the market. Real success in this game isn't about being a genius, it's about discipline. All right, let's wrap this up with the most important things to remember. First, simple interest is flat, but life and inflation curve upwards. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Second, time is way more powerful than the rate of return. It's not about how much, it's about how long. Third, patience is the best friend of compounding. Interrupting it is its worst enemy. Fourth, high interest debt is compound interest working against you. Avoiding it is non-negotiable for a life of dignity. And finally, the whole point of this is to get your money working for you 24/7, especially while you sleep. So I'll leave you with this final idea. Think of it like building a rocket. Time is your fuel. You have tons of it when you're young. Discipline, that's the engine. It's what keeps you on course. And compounding, that's the rocket itself, the force that quietly, almost silently, takes you to a place of real wealth and peace. To continue on this journey, go ahead and check out the Legacy Diary. The link is right there in the description. And of course, if this was helpful for you, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Live rich and leave rich.